Olivia never had any qualms about making new acquaintances. The girl had a warm nature and could easily overlook the flaws of others. Being with her felt effortless, straightforward, and comforting. Perhaps that's why Olivia had an extensive network of friends and a broad circle of connections. And amidst it all, there was one person who was her complete opposite. A young man named Liam. Olivia first encountered Liam on an online forum, where discussions on interpersonal relationships were taking place. Out of the blue, he reached out to her through a private message, expressing his appreciation for her reasoning. Initially, Olivia merely exchanged messages with Liam, and this went on for a significant period of time. But then, a turning point arrived. He himself proposed meeting face to face. "You once mentioned your aversion to real-life interactions," Olivia teased him, without a hint of fear that her words might offend the young man. To her surprise, Liam didn't even consider taking offense. On the contrary, he was determined to prove to both Olivia and himself that he was more than capable and eager to engage in real-life conversations with those who genuinely interested him. During their encounter, Olivia observed a bashful and slightly inarticulate young man before her, his face flushed with embarrassment. However, she greeted him with a warm smile, and within just 30 minutes, she managed to establish a connection with him. Initially, Olivia did not find Liam immediately appealing. It took several encounters for him to gradually reveal his true self, a side that eventually captivated Olivia's attention. Interestingly, Liam also harbored feelings of jealousy. It was not only other male classmates from Olivia's psychology faculty who had evoked his envy, but even her teachers, male friends, and neighbors. "Andrew," Olivia reproached him gently, "do I give you any reason to be jealous?" "Absolutely not. You should stop feeling jealous and accept me as I am. Socializing with other people is something I will always do, which is why I chose to study psychology in the first place." Curious, Andrew questioned, "But why did you decide to study psychology?" Olivia pondered the answer to this seemingly simple question, recognizing its complexity. Olivia had been raised by her grandmother since childhood. Her parents had married at a young age, and her mother gave birth to her while already pregnant. Between Olivia's parents, there existed a tumultuous relationship filled with intense, passionate arguments. Her father was distrustful of her mother, and reciprocally, her mother was envious of him, perpetually seeking reasons to quarrel and consistently blaming him for laziness. "I could see it coming," Olivia's grandmother, her father's mother, confided in her. Emma was too high-strung, possessive, overly jealous. She constantly wore down Noah's nerves with her ceaseless complaints, and she knew she was marrying a penniless student. She believed that right after the wedding, he would shower her with bags of money, but alas, it never happened. My Noah did not bring her any bags of money. Furthermore, he couldn't tolerate it when Emma would scream at him like a victim, stomp her feet, and shove it in his face, saying, "Look, I gave you a child, and here you sit, lazily wiping your pants." As predicted, 6 months after Olivia was born, the young couple's relationship fell apart. Emma took their daughter and moved in with her parents. Meanwhile, Noah went off on a work assignment to the hydrocarbon production facility in the Far East, and he never returned. He found himself a suitable wife there, and they went on to have their own children. Noah would occasionally reach out to his mother, urging her to join him. But Sophia had her reasons for staying put in Magnitogorsk, and they were very valid indeed. Just over a year after Noah had left to make money, a distinct knock sounded at the woman's door. Emma appeared at the threshold, cradling Olivia, who was battling a fierce cough and appeared visibly unwell. "Has the little one caught a chill?" exclaimed Sophia with a gasp, ushering the unfortunate pair into her flat. Emma reeked of alcohol and cigarettes, her figure gaunt, and her complexion pallid. "I'm exhausted, Aunt Sophia," Emma confessed. "I can't keep living this way." You can't keep living how? Sophia queried as she tucked her ailing granddaughter under a warm blanket and applied a cold compress to her forehead. It's just too much. I feel invisible, burdened by a child alone. My folks are on my case, pushing me out. Mum refuses to babysit with Olivia. Dad outright claims I was unfaithful, although I was married when I had her. Noah's vanished off the face of the earth too. And here I am, stretched to my limits. I long to go out, enjoy life, I need to work, but no one will hire me, assuming I'll just use any job as an excuse to go on maternity leave. I'm tagged as unreliable, she lamented. And what do you propose? Sophia inquired, already grasping Emma's implication quite well. Let Olivia reside with you. Grant me a year. I'll secure employment, find a respectable gentleman who will accept me and my child. Lease an apartment, and we shall lead a dignified existence. As my daughter grows, I presently lack the time and capacity to accomplish anything. The doctor has informed me that I am afflicted with depression. I could reveal your condition to you, Sophia responded sternly, but not in the presence of a sick child. Depart from this place, surrender Olivia to me, before your revelries and debaucheries ultimately ruin her. I solemnly vow to return in a year, the estranged daughter-in-law swore to her past mother-in-law, and so it came to pass. Sophia endured great challenges. The granddaughter brought into her abode turned out to be suffering from pneumonia. Olivia spent over 2 months confined in the hospital, followed by a lengthy recovery period at home. Sophia was compelled to resign from her occupation. Though Noah had found lucrative employment and diligently sent his mother a sufficient amount of money to sustain her without working. A year elapsed, followed by yet another, but Emma never reappeared on her former mother-in-law's doorstep. She vanished without a trace, as if she had evaporated into nothingness. There wasn't a single call from her, nor any inquiries concerning her daughter's well-being and existence. On Noah's mother's birthday, when he once again contacted her to extend his congratulations, he made the same proposal for her to move in with him. Mom, let's get you ready. It's time to leave Siberia behind. The Far East is stunning. And the air here, it's marvelous. I'm already in the process of finding you an apartment where you can live a comfortable life. With a smirk on her face, Sophia retorted, I'm living a good life as it is. I never tire of your daughter's company. Don't you want to speak with her? There was a moment of silence on the other end of the line. Mom, what we even talk about? I can hardly remember her. I have 2 sons here growing up before my eyes, and then there's my daughter. Emma wanted to have a child, and you know how things turned out for me. 7-year-old Olivia, brimming with curiosity, overheard the conversation and drew her own profound conclusions. From then on, she held steadfast in her belief that her grandmother was the closest person she had ever known. As the moment arrived for Olivia to respond to Liam's query, she candidly revealed her innermost thoughts. To be honest, I aspired to become a psychologist in order to fathom the reasons why people fail to connect with one another. It's perplexing, isn't it? There are individuals who are inherently obligated to cherish and respect their loved ones. Yet, this love remains absent, and the yearning for meaningful communication is conspicuously absent. That's how it is with my own parents. Despite being their daughter, neither my mother nor my father have ever engaged in heartfelt conversations with me. In fact, I can hardly conjure up memories of their physical appearances. I possess old photographs rescued from the ravages of time, but they depict distant echoes of who they once were, nearly 2 decades ago. In response, Liam interjected confidently, on the contrary, I consider myself fortunate to have loving parents who never withhold affection from me. They shower me with an abundance of love and spare no expense. Moreover, I am blessed with a younger sister who is equally exceptional. Olivia couldn't help but feel a surge of joy for Liam's idyllic family dynamics, while simultaneously shouldering the weight of her own unfulfilled yearnings. Bit by bit, Liam and Olivia started to develop a stronger bond. The grounds for jealousy began to diminish. Liam came to trust Olivia more and embraced the fact that her friendly nature simply drew people to her. "One day we should get married," Liam blurted out one day, his suggestion hanging in the air like a playful challenge. Olivia's laughter echoed for a moment, dismissing his proposal as mere jest. "We've only been together for a single year," she countered. "I haven't even met your family yet. And you've never met my grandmother. Come with me to Magnitogorsk. If she gives you the thumbs up, then we'll talk about marriage." "Deal," Liam agreed with a grin. They secured their train tickets and soon found themselves in Magnitogorsk. Sophia, Olivia's grandmother, scrutinized Liam thoroughly, probing into his life with a series of questions. After her interrogation, she gave Olivia a subtle nod and a wink. A silent endorsement that Liam was indeed a keeper. "And where do you two plan to settle down?" Sophia inquired. Liam confidently replied, "I own a flat. My parents gifted it to me when I came of age. Olivia and I have set up house there, and we intend to stay put." Their story unfolded gently, an intimate dance of trust, familial judgments, and the pursuit of blessings under the watchful eyes of those that mattered most. "So does the future mother-in-law not trouble you at all?" Grandma asked her granddaughter. "Oh, Grandma, I've never even laid eyes on her the entire time. I doubt she'll be much of a bother." With joyful hearts, they headed back to Ekaterinburg. Olivia had accepted Liam's proposal, and now the moment had come to meet his parents. "Trust me, they're going to love you," Liam assured Olivia, though she already knew it deep down. She had an innate charm that made her likable to everyone she met, never doubting her ability to win their hearts. At Liam's parents' place, the table was set for a feast. At the head of the table sat Liam's father, Oliver. He greeted Olivia warmly, shook her hand firmly, and offered her the seat of honor reserved for guests. Olivia beamed at him and soon after volunteered to assist in the kitchen. She stepped into the bustling kitchen, where Liam's mother was busy with the dishes near the sink. Olivia offered her a hand and then froze in her tracks. The woman who turned around wasn't just Liam's mother, she was her own estranged mother, the very same Emma who had abandoned her as a sick 10-month-old baby with her grandmother and had never bothered to check in on her since. Of course, Emma didn't realize Olivia was her daughter. Time had transformed the child over 2 decades, but life had only aged the woman. The eyes were the same, so was the mole above her lip, and the familiar smile. Olivia greeted the woman before heading back to the table. "You look like you've seen a ghost," Liam remarked, observing his fiancée. "What's eating you?" "Liam, is your mother your biological parent?" Olivia's question hit him like a ton of bricks. "Sweetheart, what's this now?" "No, she adopted me, raised me like her own. My birth mother passed away during childbirth." "How'd you guess?" "I didn't. Just a hunch. I'm a psychologist," she replied casually. Olivia chose to keep the real story under wraps, not wanting to ruin the dinner. She planned to bring up the heavy topic the next day or maybe even a week later. Liam's happiness was her priority, and she could dive into understanding human behavior, a pursuit she had been passionate about since picking her career path.